All right, so the first step in lettering is basically seeing where we want to put the KCS logo, and let's basically put it right above the door latches and right below the door latches, and kind of basically covers all the engine room doors. And the K basically goes on these first three doors, and then there's almost a full door space. Then the C goes to just past here. Then the S. Okay. So kind of eyeballing what doors letters cover, especially when it's big letters like KCS. That's kind of a good way to, like, where it sits up on the height and the width is kind of a good thing. And then just sort of looking at the shape of the logo, the letters, like the leg of the K is pretty wide versus this diagonal is very narrow. This leg is tall, this leg is tall, but that's very narrow. So that's kind of a detail of the KCS to kind of see. As I said, definitely drawing letters. You're not writing. Okay. So there's the K. And the C. Then see what it is. You kind of start to see things repeat in it. Like there's the wide back of the C. And if this side of the C were also continued down, you would, which it does a little bit, you would see that it's also wide. But then the top and bottom are narrow, like that leg of the K. So as you start to see little details of the letters, and then the S. Then the S. And right here, one good thing to do on an S is this is right a little bit less than an inch that we're making the height of these letters. It's actually less than 3/4 of an inch. So just find the middle of the S and go a little bit above it, a little bit below it, and that's where this S goes, just so that it's nice and centered. As I said, we're drawing this letter, we're not writing it out. And these letters are nice and square too, they don't curve. They curve on the ends, like there's a tiniest little bit of curve. But like on the inside, that can happen. Like the Penn Central logo has that, where it curves on the edges and has straight places on. That's where you kind of start to see similarities between some logos and others, where some of the points are curved and some of the points are straight. it's kind of good to look at lots of different railroad logos and sort of see how they compare. Okay, there's the KCS. One good thing to do once you're done is to kind of take your straight edge across and go across the top. Just make sure that it's nice and lined up. Yeah, it's pretty straight. And then a little bit, this S, I should probably narrow it up a little bit. There we go. Okay, then there's a 655. Let's just put the 5 in the middle. Pretty narrow letters, so let's just do them single wide. 6. Pretty standard type font here. Gonna erase the guidelines we made and do the hint of .655, hint of the 655 and the numbering, and then let's see how many stripes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stripes. So what we kind of do is, as I said, you want to find the bottom stripe, and then kind of it's gray. So gray, yellow, gray, yellow. 1, 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Okay. And then basically put a builder's plate here. And then the other thing we'll do is draw in where the yellow stripe kind of goes across the frame, because it kind of goes straight across. And actually one detail I forgot was to put the fuel shut-off valve. And then there's just kind of a couple of little locomotive, like here's kind of a little fire extinguisher thing and stuff. Okay, so basically we're pretty, another little thing right there, pretty much lettered. All right.